Have you ever felt underestimated, judged by your appearance, or held back by what others think you can't do? What if I told you that one of the most unlikely heroes in history, a man considered a joke by his own family, would go on to defy every expectation and achieve the impossible? This is the story of a man who was hidden away, laughed at, and left for dead, but who rose to become one of the most effective emperors of the Roman Empire. This is the story of Claudius. To understand Claudius, you have to understand the world he was born into. This was Rome at its peak, the age of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, a family of gods and giants like Augustus and Julius Caesar. But Claudius wasn't like them. Born outside of Italy, the first emperor to be so, he was plagued by health problems from a young age. He limped, he had a persistent stammer, his head and hands trembled, and he was often ill. In a society that worshipped physical perfection and strength, Claudius was seen as an embarrassment. His own mother, Antonia, called him a monstrosity, a caricature of a man. Not finished by nature, but only begun. His family, the most powerful family in the world, kept him out of the public eye. While other young nobles were groomed for power and military command, Claudius was pushed aside, denied a political career, and left to his own devices. Imagine the isolation. Imagine being told, day after day, by your own flesh and blood, that you are worthless, that you are a disgrace. Many would have crumbled under such pressure. But this exclusion became Claudius's secret weapon. While his relatives were caught up in the deadly games of Roman politics, Claudius retreated into the world of books. He became a scholar, a historian. He studied law, language, and the great leaders of the past. He was invisible, and in that invisibility, he was learning. He was observing. He was preparing for a role that no one, least of all himself, ever thought he would play. His life took a turn for the worse when his nephew, the infamous Caligula, became emperor. Caligula was known for his cruelty and his twisted sense of humor, and he found the perfect target in his uncle Claudius. He would force Claudius into the Senate, only to mock his stammer and make him the butt of cruel jokes. He'd throw olive pits at him during lavish dinners and make him run errands like a servant. For Claudius, it was a period of constant public humiliation. He was a court jester, a living punchline in the emperor's brutal comedy. He survived simply because no one, not even the paranoid Caligula, saw him as a threat. How could this trembling, stuttering fool ever be a danger to anyone? Then, on a fateful day in January of 41 AD, the world turned upside down. The Praetorian Guard, the emperor's own bodyguards, had finally had enough of Caligula's tyranny. They assassinated him, his wife, and his daughter in a bloody palace coup. Chaos erupted in Rome. The Senate began to debate restoring the Republic, and soldiers ran rampant through the palace, looting and killing anyone associated with the fallen emperor. And where was Claudius? Hiding, terrified. A soldier, searching for plunder, pulled back a curtain and found a man cowering in the shadows, shaking uncontrollably. It was the 50-year-old Claudius, convinced his end had come. He fell to the soldier's feet and begged for his life. But the soldier didn't see a threat. He saw an opportunity. He and his comrades recognized Claudius as the last adult male of the imperial family. In a bizarre twist of fate, they didn't kill him. Instead, they lifted him onto their shoulders, carried him to their camp, and proclaimed him the new emperor of Rome. The Senate, faced with the might of the Praetorian Guard, had no choice but to accept. The man who had spent his life in the shadows was now the most powerful man in the world. Everyone expected him to fail. The Senate despised him, viewing him as an illegitimate puppet of the military. The people of Rome were uncertain. They only knew him as Caligula's fool. But Claudius was not a fool. He had spent a lifetime listening and learning, and now it was his turn to act. His first move was decisive. He ordered the execution of the main conspirators who killed Caligula. It wasn't about revenge. It was about establishing a critical principle. No one could murder an emperor and get away with it. This single act sent a powerful message. There was a new authority in Rome, and he would not be trifled with. Then he got to work. He proved to be a surprisingly diligent and effective administrator. He personally presided over legal cases, often from dawn until dusk, showing a keen sense of justice. When a severe drought caused food shortages and riots in the city, Claudius didn't just issue decrees. He implemented a massive public works program, building a new port at Ostia to ensure a steady supply of grain to Rome, a project that had been deemed too difficult by his predecessors. He built aqueducts and roads, improving the infrastructure of the empire. He didn't just rule from the palace. He rolled up his sleeves and solved problems. But Claudius knew that to truly secure his legacy and earn the respect of the Roman people and military, he needed a monumental victory. He needed to do something no one thought possible. He set his sights on a mysterious, barbaric island on the very edge of the known world, Britain. Even the great Julius Caesar had tried and failed to conquer it a century earlier. It was considered a land of savage tribes, treacherous weather, and impenetrable forests. To the Romans, it was a mythical, unconquerable place. In 43 AD, Claudius launched his grand invasion. He assembled a massive force of 4 legions, some 40,000 men, and he did something truly remarkable. He, the man who limped and was mocked for his physical weakness, personally traveled to Britain to lead his troops. He crossed the English Channel and joined his army for the final push against the native stronghold of Camulodunum, today's Colchester. He rode at the head of his army on an elephant, a spectacle designed to awe and intimidate the British tribes. The campaign was a stunning success. 11 British kings surrendered to him without a fight. Claudius had conquered Britain. He returned to Rome a hero. The Senate, which had once scorned him, granted him a magnificent triumph. He wasn't a stammering fool anymore. He was Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, conqueror of Britain. He had achieved what even the mighty Caesar could not. He had expanded the empire, secured its borders, and proven himself a true warrior emperor. His reign continued for 13 years, a period of relative peace and prosperity. He was a builder, a judge, and a conqueror. The story of Claudius is a powerful testament to the human spirit. It teaches us that our perceived weaknesses do not define our potential. The very things that caused his family to reject him, his physical ailments and his scholarly nature, were the things that ultimately saved his life and prepared him for greatness. His time in the shadows wasn't a prison, it was a classroom. So the next time you feel overlooked, the next time someone doubts you because of how you look or where you come from, remember Claudius. Remember the man who was hidden behind a curtain, trembling in fear, and rose to command the greatest empire the world had ever seen. History is filled with stories of people who refused to accept the limits others placed upon them. They chose to write their own story, and as Claudius proved, sometimes the most unlikely person can leave the most indelible mark on the world. What will your story be? Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales of incredible figures from history. See you next time.